Today, let's talk about Joe Biden's history of attacking the fossil fuel industry and the devastating impact that would have on your life. And by the way, let's make one thing clear. It was Joe Biden, in his own words, who claimed he would ban fracking. Watch here.
Mr. President, just to clarify, would there be any place for fossil fuels, including coal and fracking, in a Biden administration?
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated and no more subsidies for either one of those, any fossil fuel.
And yes, I'm aware that Joe Biden has flip-flopped on this issue many times, depending on who he's talking to. But make no mistake, Joe Biden has threatened to ban fracking, and he will attack fossil fuels. And yes, I'm also aware that Joe Biden never said directly, like Bernie Sanders, that he would ban fossil fuels. Nonetheless, the logical extension of the Paris Climate Accords and banning fracking and demonizing fossil fuels is eventually banning fossil fuels, especially when you surround yourself with radical leftists like Joe Biden is doing. This is what would happen to you. Your energy costs would skyrocket. That's obvious. Your utility bills would significantly increase, perhaps even double. We see this in Europe. And who wants to pay more in utility bills every month? Not me. You would probably face rationing of energy too. That means you could literally have your power shut off because of limited supply, because many of the same leftists who want to ban fossil fuels also want to ban nuclear energy. So we would be forced to rely only on wind and solar, which is not enough to supply energy to every household and every business in the country. So somebody would face rationing. How do you know it wouldn't be you? Also, by logical extension of banning fossil fuels, gas-powered cars will eventually be banned too, which would cost you a lot of money to buy an electric car, not to mention the ethical and environmental issues posed by electric cars, since the batteries of electric cars require cobalt and other rare earth minerals, which we acquire from Africa, where child slave labor is used to mine in mines that are not environmentally friendly. In addition, 14 million Americans could lose their jobs if we abolish the use of fossil fuels. That includes 600,000 people in Pennsylvania alone, who would be projected to lose their jobs by 2025. We would also face potentially deadly shortages of medication, fertilizers, and pesticides, all of which are made from petrochemicals, which are derived from fossil fuels. That means not only will we not have life-saving medication that we need, we could also face crop reduction and food shortages, which for some could lead to starvation conditions. And of course, all of this would cause the US economy to tank. And I don't need to tell you how it would hurt you if the US economy went down the tubes. This year, with the government-mandated COVID-19 lockdowns, you've experienced just a tiny, tiny taste of the devastation you would face if the left tries to ban fossil fuels. So push back against Joe Biden's threat to ban fracking. That's the first step in the inevitable road to banning fossil fuels, which ultimately will not save the world from climate change, but will hurt you.